I'm Ayman.
I'm Joey.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm Greason.
And this is Snake 3D. Have you ever played the game Snake and wondered, what if I could play Snake in 3D? Well, look no further, because now you can play Snake on your very own cube.
The Snake Cube is constructed from NeoPixel LEDs, a gyroscope, an Arduino MKRZERO, and other various electronic components, and it is encased in transparent acrylic.
The game is played by removing the top face of the cube and pressing a restart button located inside of the cube.
At this point, the green snake with starting length 1 and a red pellet will appear at random pixels on the cube.
The snake will start traveling along the faces. You can change the direction of the snake by tilting the cube in the direction you want the snake to move.
The gyroscope inside the cube records angular velocity. In other words, how fast the cube is being rotated and on what axis. And the code uploaded to the Arduino translates that into the movement of the snake across the LEDs.
Keep it up there.
When the snake eats a pellet, it grows in length, and a sound is played by a piezo buzzer speaker also contained in the cube.
If the snake reaches the winning length defined in the program, the game is won. But if the snake collides with itself, it's game over.
If you want a greater challenge, you can flip open the top and adjust the potentiometer. The resistance value determines the length of delay in the game loop once the game is reset, meaning the potentiometer works as a speed dial.
A great deal of problem solving and troubleshooting went into the development of this cube. We struggled with finding a cost-effective way to construct an LED panel out of NeoPixels, eventually settling on cutting up strips and arranging them together, soldering them from end to end.
Sometimes, the NeoPixels themselves would fizzle out randomly, needing to be bent back into shape, and oftentimes their solder points would fall apart, leading to a lot of resoldering of panels.
We originally wanted to make the cube seamless, with the faces just small enough to fit all the LEDs. But we soon realized that we would need extra space to accommodate all the wiring. This resizing process happened multiple times in the development of the cube.
When wiring, we struggled with trying to fit all the components into the cube compactly and conveniently. By soldering all the components and wires into protoboards, we ensured that wires don't come loose when the cube is jerked around.
Another challenge we had was programming the game. We had to figure out how the snake traverses across the different faces. This involved deriving expressions for the relationships between edges. Each of the 12 edges can be crossed in 2 directions, so we needed to figure out 24 expressions for how the address of the snake's head changes as it crosses an edge.
The faces are indexed 0 to 5, and each face has LEDs indexed 0 to 35. We decided to address the pixels in this way so that instead of managing coordinate interactions for a chain of 216 LEDs, we could coordinate interactions for 36 LEDs per face and 24 edge interactions for the entire cube.
In the end, this resulted in a robust snake that was able to move freely in all directions around the cube.
I came up with the idea for the Snake Cube from a summer program I attended at Brown a few years ago, where we built and programmed our own LED cube. But this cube had LEDs inside of it. Originally, our game was going to use this model, and the snake would actually go inside the cube as well, but we decided we wanted to take the idea one step further and make the cube handheld and self-contained. No external wires necessary.
To make this happen, it was necessary to get rid of the within cube movement of the snake and only focus on the snake moving around the surface of the cube.
And along the way, we added in other components like a speaker, reset button, and speed control.
At the beginning of the design process, we also built a regular LED cube. A next step we could take is creating a fully 3D game of Snake on this cube.
But for now, we'll just keep playing the Snake Cube. Thanks for watching.